Good morning. Welcome to What Is Sunday Morning with Phyllis and Lee. Phyllis, what's the Bible verse for this morning?
Matthew 19:26. Jesus looked at them and said, with man, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible.
Now, what does that mean to you?
Well, depending on the situation, there are a lot of situations that's to look at the situation in the flesh. It seems impossible, but with God, all things are possible. So therefore, to me, when you looking in the flesh, it's gonna make you think that's impossible for me to do. But when you got the faith in God's word, He's gonna show people all things are possible through Him.
All things are possible through God, right? So let's just take a doctor, right? If a doctor goes to the operating room and he saves a life, and does he sometimes get that God complex that that it wasn't God, it was him?
I do think some people get that cockiness uh, about themselves. They get so. I know our kids sometimes. One of our daughters will say, "The more educated you are, the more religion is put behind. If the science, if the science doesn't justify it, it's not real."
Yeah. Yeah, the oldest daughter did say that the more educated you become, the less likely you are to believe in God. Phyllis, but can you give me a situation?
Well, just for instance, our nephew got hired at a job, and he was, I told him about the job one weekend. He submitted his resume to the company website that following Monday. He was called for an interview the next week. In the third week, he was hired. And the crazy thing about it is this went this was done within a 3 week span. You can't tell me that that's nobody but God, His grace and mercy. And then let alone when he do get hired, he get working beside his counterparts. They want to know how did he come through the door permanent, and they're they're still, what is it?
Temporary help.
Temporary help.
So, Phyllis, with that being said, I think it was less time than that. Do you believe that sometimes God will force you out of a place to push you to your greatness?
Yes, but again, we when things happen like that, it's the flesh, and we don't see it as God pushing us onto something bigger and better. One thing about Papa God, I tell anybody, the devil know your blessing just like God know your blessing. And in order for God to get you to the point in life that He wants you to, sometimes you are pushed out.
Why are you pushed? Because if you don't push it, you won't do it on your own.
Exactly.
So, Phyllis, I know there's a lot of cases we talk to people sometimes about, man, I don't know why I got fired, and sometimes people get fired for doing the right thing. And it's kind of crazy though, because people, you see, sometimes you go to certain jobs and you say, why is this person still here? They should have been gone a long, long, long time ago. But that's not for you to say. Everything has a beginning and everything has an end. But for those who believe in God wholeheartedly, I do know that if you get wrongfully terminated, wrongfully fired, however you want to put it, that God has a bigger plan for you. So, Philly, can you give me a situation? Have you ever heard about something happened to people?
Well, God knows everything that happens to you, the good, the bad, the ugly, the whole works. And I tell anybody, the seed you sow will come back one day, directly or indirectly, because you will be held accountable for your actions. Now, to terminate somebody just because you don't like them or you intimidated them, believe me, it will catch up with you. Don't never you think because you done got by or away with it, you ain't got away with it. It's just our time and God's time are totally different. And yes, in the flesh, you want to see that person get their tail whooped. But like I said, when you a child of God, you know God working. He working. We might not think he is, but he working. And when you have faith and hope that align with each other, you know God working on your behalf. Because like I said this before, his word was good back then. It's the same now. It's just us when we waver as humans. But that's why I love the Papa God that I serve, because he's a forgiving God. He's a redeemer. He said vengeance is his, not you. So I'm relying on his word, because when he show up, he always show up and show out. So they may think they got by, but they ain't got away with it.
So why do you think God allowed these things to happen to good people?
I think he pushed you into the next realm of what he wants of you.
But what if you don't want to go into the next realm? You don't have a choice.
You don't have no choice. When Baba, you may not think you're ready, but God knows you're ready. That's a difference.
You know what? And that's well said. Because a lot of times we are afraid of new beginnings, and the new beginning is something that God had already predestined for you, but you don't want to accept that. So, Phyllis, can you give the people something to carry them the rest of the week?
Take time. When you wake up in the morning, just give God just a few minutes. And when I say give him a few minutes, give God a few minutes. And I wouldn't say talk about your troubles, because God already know what you're going through. Those few minutes in the morning, you give him praises. Thank him for his grace and mercy. Thank him for his protection on you, allowing you and your family to leave home and to come back safely. Just thank him giving you the strength to withstand whatever you're going through. Just give him praises. Because one thing I know about Papa God, you give him praises, he gonna come, he gonna show up and show out on your behalf.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay, thank you, Phyllis. We want to thank y'all for listening to What If Sunday Morning, Phyllis and Lee. No matter what you're going through, we can guarantee you one thing. It's going to be okay, as long as you make God a part of your life. That's the What If guarantee. So please have a blessed day, and please find time and make time to tell God thank you.